So, you know when you're on like a family trip and everything and you're in the long car ride and you're sitting next to your siblings and you're trying to sleep and you get that kink in your neck and your siblings won't shut up or they're playing their video games too loud? Well, I had an experience in a long car ride that I hope nobody ever has to experience. So, it was last summer and I was 18. I was 18 and my sister was 15. And my grandparents were coming to visit for the first time in a year or two, and they were taking us to see their siblings, so our great aunts and uncles, and we were gonna go see our cousins who live in Australia, and we were gonna just have a good family get together. And so before we left to go on the very long car ride, we stopped at our town's local Big Boy. And that morning I got the strawberry Belgian waffle with some whipped cream on it. It looked really tasty, and my younger sister thought that she would get the same thing. We'll let you know she would regret that decision later. But I ate it, and it was delicious. It was so good. And then right before we left the Big Boy restaurant, I went to the bathroom and I did my thing, and then we were off. Keep in mind, my sister at this time did not want to go to the bathroom. She refused. I offered her to take her to the bathroom 3 times, and she said, I don't need to go. I'll be fine. I don't need to go. I'm going to be okay. I really don't need to go. So on our way to my aunt's house, the car ride was about 3 hours long, and my grandparents made jokes, asked about our interests, things that we were doing, and asked about me going to college. And about a half hour before we arrived at our destination, my sister texted me, and I looked down at my phone, and it says, my stomach really hurts. And I looked up, and I was like, maybe you should have went to the bathroom before. And she's like, whatever. And about 5 minutes later, we were just sitting there, sitting along. I was looking out the window, and I smelled something disgusting. I was like, what is that smell? And I looked out the window, and there was no cows. There was no cow fields. There was nothing. And I looked over at my sister because I knew she farted. I just knew it. I looked over at her, and she was like, the most terrified look on her face I've ever seen in my entire life, and she mouthed to me, and I was like, oh, I can smell it. I did, because I thought she farted. I really thought she let one slip. And then she texted me again, and I looked on my phone and dinged it. It said, I really just shit my pants. And I looked over at her, and she was trembling with fear, and I could not stop laughing. It was the funniest thing that ever happened to me. And she was sitting there, like, soaking in her shit for about 15 minutes. Just sitting there, trying to figure out if she should tell my grandparents, texting my mom, being like, what do I do? And then my mom texted me and said, you need to tell Bappa and Nana to pull over. So I did. I said, Bappa and Nana, I need to go to the bathroom. And they're like, well, we're only 15 minutes away. Can't you wait? And I was like, no, I can't. And then we pulled into the gas station, and my grandpa was like, are you guys gonna get out? Because we were waiting for a couple of seconds. My sister was trying to make me give her my towel so she could wipe herself up with it, but I was not gonna give my towel to her. And she was like, yeah, we're gonna get out. And I said, Mizzy pooped herself. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, Maisie pooped herself. And he was like, okay, and got out of the car and went and got her some toilet paper. And so I was the kind sister. I helped her out of the car. I cleaned everything off the seat. I took her to the bathroom. I washed her clothes in the sink. I helped her wipe herself off because she was mortified because she shit her pants when she was 15 years old. And so that's the story of the time my sister shit her pants, and that's the reason we no longer go to Big Boy.